Hey Taurus, I just pulled the cards for you, and honestly, what I'm seeing here is absolutely incredible. You know those moments when everything just clicks into place and you realize the universe has been preparing something massive for you? This is exactly one of those times. I'm looking at this spread, and the energy is just so clear, so powerful, and I need to share everything I'm seeing with you because this is not something you want to miss. So let me start with the first card that came through, and I pulled the King of Cups for you. Now, when I see this card in this position, what immediately strikes me is the level of emotional maturity that's either coming into your life or that you're about to step into yourself. This isn't just about feeling things deeply, Taurus. This is about mastering your emotional world in a way you never have before. The King of Cups sits on his throne with complete command over the waters of emotion, and those waters can be turbulent, they can be stormy, but he remains centered, he remains in control. What I'm seeing for you is that there's been this long journey you've been on with understanding your own emotional landscape, and you've probably felt like you've been tossed around by feelings, by other people's energy, by situations that seem to drain you or confuse you. But something is shifting now, something fundamental. The King of Cups is telling me that you're moving into a phase where you're going to have this incredible clarity about what you feel and why you feel it, and more importantly, you're going to know exactly what to do with those feelings. I'm also picking up that this could be representing someone coming into your life, someone who embodies these qualities of emotional wisdom and stability. If you've been waiting for someone who actually gets you on a deeper level, someone who isn't afraid of real intimacy and real emotional connection, this energy is absolutely on its way to you. This person or this version of yourself is going to change everything about how you approach relationships and emotional situations. There's a compassion here that's genuine, not performative, not fake, but deeply real and healing. The King of Cups also talks to me about creative and intuitive abilities that are about to come online for you in a major way. You might start having these moments where you just know things, where your gut feeling is so strong and so accurate that it almost startles you. Trust that, Taurus, because your intuition is becoming one of your greatest superpowers right now. The universe is turning up the volume on your inner knowing, and when you listen to it, when you really tune in, you're going to make decisions that align you with your highest good in ways that logic alone never could. Now, the second card I pulled, and this one made me actually pause because the energy is so specific, is the Two of Cups. Oh, Taurus, do you understand what this means right now? The Two of Cups is the card of partnership, of union, of two souls recognizing each other and choosing to come together in harmony. This isn't casual, this isn't surface level, this is about a connection that goes deep, that has meaning, that has purpose, and it's coming into your life in a way that's going to feel both destined and incredibly natural at the same time. What I'm seeing with this card is that if you're single, you need to prepare yourself because someone is about to enter your world who is going to match your energy in the most beautiful way. This is someone who sees you, really sees you, and values exactly who you are. There's no games here, no confusion, no wondering where you stand. The Two of Cups brings clarity and mutual respect and genuine affection. This is the kind of connection where you feel safe being yourself, where vulnerability doesn't feel scary. It feels right. If you're already in a relationship, the Two of Cups is telling me that you're about to experience a renewal, a deepening of your bond that takes things to a completely new level. Maybe there's been some distance lately. Maybe things have felt a bit routine or disconnected, but that's all about to change. You and your person are going to find your way back to each other in a way that reminds you why you chose each other in the first place, and it's going to feel like falling in love all over again, but with even more depth and understanding. The Two of Cups is also about balance and reciprocity. Whatever is coming, it's not going to be one-sided. It's not going to be you giving everything and getting nothing back. This is about equal exchange, about both people showing up fully, about creating something together that's greater than what either of you could create alone. The universe is bringing you a partnership that actually works, that actually nourishes both people involved, and that's not something to take lightly because that kind of connection is precious and rare. I also want to mention that the Two of Cups can represent any kind of partnership, not just romantic. So, if you've been thinking about starting a business with someone, or collaborating on a creative project, or even just deepening a friendship, this card is giving you the green light. The energy is there for successful partnerships across the board. So pay attention to who's showing up in your life right now and what opportunities for collaboration might be presenting themselves. The third card that came through is the Fool. And Taurus, I need you to really hear me on this one because this is massive. The Fool is card number 0 in the tarot. It's the beginning of everything. It's pure potential. It's standing at the edge of a cliff with nothing but faith and excitement about what's possible. When the Fool shows up, especially in a reading like this with all this other incredible energy, it means you're about to embark on a brand new journey, something you've never experienced before, something that's going to change the trajectory of your entire life. What strikes me most about the Fool in your reading is the timing of it. You've been through some things, Taurus, I can feel that. You've learned lessons, you've grown, you've maybe become a little cautious or protective of yourself, and that makes sense given what you've experienced. But the Fool is here to tell you that it's time to take a leap of faith. It's time to trust again. It's time to say yes to something new, even if you can't see exactly how it's all going to work out. This isn't about being reckless. This is about being open, about allowing yourself to be a beginner again, about embracing the unknown with curiosity instead of fear. I'm seeing that there's an opportunity coming your way, something that's going to require you to step outside your comfort zone in a major way. And I know that might feel scary. I know you might be tempted to play it safe and stick with what you know, but the Fool is urging you forward. This is one of those moments where if you don't take the chance, you're going to look back and wonder what could have been. The universe is literally handing you a fresh start, a clean slate, a chance to reinvent yourself and your life in any way you choose. The Fool also represents freedom and spontaneity, and I'm getting the message that you need to lighten up a little bit, Taurus. Not in a dismissive way, but in a way that allows you to enjoy life more, to be more playful, to not take everything so seriously all the time. When was the last time you did something just for the fun of it, just because it sparked your curiosity, without overthinking it or analyzing it to death? The Fool wants you to reconnect with that sense of adventure and possibility, because that's where the magic happens. And here's something really important about the Fool that I'm picking up specifically for you. This card is telling me that you're being protected on this new journey. Even though it might feel like you're taking a risk, even though you might feel vulnerable or uncertain, there's a higher power watching over you, guiding you, making sure you end up exactly where you need to be. So trust the process, trust yourself, and trust that even if things don't go exactly according to plan, you're still being led towards something good. Card number 4 is the 5 of Pentacles. And I know this might seem like it contradicts all the positive energy we've been seeing, but stay with me because there's an important message here. The 5 of Pentacles traditionally shows two figures outside in the cold, passing by a warm, lit window, representing feelings of lack, hardship, or being left out in the cold. But here's what the universe wants you to understand. This card is showing up not to tell you that hard times are coming, but to acknowledge what you've already been through, and to tell you that those times are ending. You've felt like you've been on the outside looking in, Taurus. You've felt like everyone else was finding love, finding success, finding happiness while you were struggling, while you were dealing with loss or disappointment, or just feeling like nothing was working out for you. The 5 of Pentacles is validating those feelings. It's saying, yes, that was real, that was hard, you weren't imagining it. But, and this is crucial, it's also showing you that you're about to walk through that door into the warmth, into the abundance, into the place where you belong. What I'm seeing is that you've been in a period of spiritual and material testing, a time when you had to learn to rely on yourself, to find your inner strength, to develop resilience. And you did that, Taurus. You made it through. The worst is behind you now. The 5 of Pentacles in this position is like the universe's way of saying, I see what you've endured, I see how strong you've become, and now I'm ready to reward you for your perseverance. I'm also getting a message about asking for help and being willing to receive support. Sometimes we get so used to struggling alone that we don't even notice when help is being offered to us, or we're too proud or too afraid to accept it. The 5 of Pentacles can indicate that support is available to you if you're willing to reach for it, if you're willing to let people help you, if you're willing to open that door yourself, instead of waiting for someone else to open it for you. This is about recognizing your own worth and understanding that you deserve support, you deserve comfort, you deserve to come in from the cold. There's also a financial or material aspect to this card that I need to address. If you've been dealing with money worries, with feeling like you don't have enough, with stress about resources, that situation is about to improve significantly. The 5 of Pentacles, in combination with everything else in this reading, tells me that a period of lack is transitioning into a period of abundance. Help might come from an unexpected source, or you might find a solution to a problem that's been plaguing you. But either way, relief is on the way. The fifth card is the Ten of Pentacles, and Taurus, this is where everything comes together in the most beautiful way. After the struggle represented by the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles shows the ultimate reward, the final manifestation, the completion of a cycle that brings lasting prosperity, stability, and happiness. This card is about legacy, about building something that lasts, about creating a life that's not just comfortable but truly abundant and fulfilling. What I'm seeing with the Ten of Pentacles in your spread is that you're moving into a phase of your life where you're going to experience success and security across multiple areas simultaneously. This isn't just about money, although financial improvement is definitely part of it. This is about family, home, relationships, career, all of it coming together to create this sense of wholeness and satisfaction that you've been working toward for so long. The Ten of Pentacles often represents family and home, and I'm getting a strong message about either creating your own family, whether that's through marriage, children, or chosen family, or about finding your place within an existing family structure. If you've felt disconnected from family or like you don't quite fit in anywhere, that's changing. You're about to find your people, your tribe, the ones who get you and support you and celebrate you for exactly who you are. I'm also seeing that this card represents the culmination of all your hard work paying off in a tangible, material way. Maybe you've been working on a project or building a business or developing a skill, and you've wondered if it was ever going to amount to anything. The Ten of Pentacles is here to tell you that yes, it absolutely is, and the rewards are going to exceed your expectations. This is harvest time, Taurus. This is when you get to reap what you've sown, and you've sown wisely and well. There's also an element of inheritance or receiving something from previous generations with this card. This could be literal, like actually receiving money or property from family, or it could be more metaphorical, like inheriting wisdom, talents, or blessings that have been passed down through your lineage. Either way, you're being supported by forces that go beyond just this lifetime, beyond just your individual efforts. There's a sense of being part of something bigger, something that extends backward into the past and forward into the future. The Ten of Pentacles is also telling me that you're about to make decisions that will affect not just you but future generations, or at least create ripple effects that last for years to come. This is about thinking long-term, about building something sustainable, about creating a foundation that can support not just your immediate needs but your future dreams and the dreams of those who come after you. This is powerful, Taurus. This is about stepping into your role as a creator, as someone who leaves a positive mark on the world. Now we move to the sixth card, the Six of Pentacles, and this is such a beautiful complement to everything we've been seeing. The Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, about the flow of resources and energy, about generosity and reciprocity. What's fascinating about this card showing up after the Ten of Pentacles is that it's showing me you're not going to hoard your success or keep your blessings to yourself. You're going to be in a position to help others, to give back, to be generous with what you have. I'm seeing that as your situation improves, as you move into this more abundant phase, you're going to have opportunities to support people who are going through what you went through. And this isn't just about money, although that might be part of it. This is about sharing your wisdom, your experience, your time, your energy with people who need it. You're going to be able to be that person for someone else that you wish someone had been for you, and that's incredibly powerful and healing. The Six of Pentacles also talks about balance and fairness in exchanges. You're going to start attracting relationships and situations where there's genuine give and take, where it's not all one-sided, where everyone involved is contributing and everyone is benefiting. If you've been in situations where you felt taken advantage of, or where you were always the one giving with nothing coming back, that pattern is breaking. You're learning to recognize your value and to insist on balanced, fair, reciprocal relationships. I'm also getting a message about being on the receiving end of generosity. Sometimes we find it easier to give than to receive, but the Six of Pentacles requires both. If someone offers you help, if an opportunity comes your way that feels too good to be true, don't automatically reject it or feel like you don't deserve it. You do deserve it, and learning to receive graciously is just as important as learning to give generously. The universe wants to pour blessings into your life, but you have to be willing to open your hands and accept them. The Six of Pentacles can also indicate that you'll be dealing with someone who has resources or power or influence, someone who's in a position to help you advance in some way. This could be a mentor, a boss, a wealthy family member, an investor, someone like that. The key is to approach these interactions with dignity and self-respect while also being open to what's being offered. You don't have to grovel or diminish yourself to receive help, but you also don't have to be so proud that you reject support when it's genuinely offered. Card number 7 is the Knight of Cups. And Taurus, this is where things get really interesting, because we're talking about someone or some energy that's going to sweep into your life with a lot of emotional intensity and romantic idealism. The Knight of Cups is the dreamer, the romantic, the one who leads with his heart, and when this card shows up in a reading, it usually means someone is coming toward you with genuine feelings and genuine intentions. What I'm picking up about this Knight of Cups energy is that it's going to feel really different from what you're used to. This is someone who isn't afraid to express their emotions, who isn't going to play games or leave you guessing about where you stand. The Knight of Cups brings flowers, writes poetry, plans romantic gestures, and actually means all of it. If you've been dealing with people who were emotionally unavailable or who couldn't or wouldn't show up for you emotionally, this is going to be a complete 180. Now, I need to be honest with you about something. The Knight of Cups can sometimes represent someone who's a bit idealistic or whose emotions run stronger than their practical sense. This doesn't mean it's a bad thing, but it does mean you want to make sure that there's substance behind the romance, that this person can follow through on what they're offering, that it's not all just pretty words and grand gestures without any real foundation. Look for consistency, look for actions that match the words, and trust your intuition about whether this is genuine or just fantasy. The Knight of Cups can also represent a part of yourself that's waking up, your own romantic, creative, emotionally expressive side. Maybe you've been shut down or guarded, and now you're ready to open your heart again, to take emotional risks, to pursue what you really want instead of settling for what feels safe. This is beautiful, Taurus, because when you allow yourself to feel fully, when you allow yourself to want and to dream and to hope, that's when magic happens. I'm also seeing that the Knight of Cups brings invitations and opportunities for emotional experiences. This could be someone asking you out, someone confessing their feelings, or even just opportunities to engage in creative or artistic pursuits that feed your soul. Say yes to these invitations, even if they feel a little scary or vulnerable. The Knight of Cups is asking you to take a chance on love, on creativity, on expressing yourself authentically, and that's always worth doing even if you don't know exactly where it will lead. There's also a psychic or intuitive dimension to the Knight of Cups that I'm picking up. You might find yourself having vivid dreams, strong gut feelings, or even psychic impressions about people and situations. Pay attention to this because your intuition is trying to guide you, trying to show you something important. The Knight of Cups moves through the emotional realm with grace, and you're being invited to develop that same fluidity and trust in your own emotional and intuitive intelligence. The 8th card that came through is the Page of Pentacles. And this is so perfect because it's showing me that while all this emotional and spiritual growth is happening, you're also going to be focused on practical matters and learning new skills. The Page of Pentacles is the student, the apprentice, the one who's willing to start at the beginning and work their way up through dedication and effort. This card is telling me you're about to begin a new learning journey that has practical applications and the potential to increase your income or improve your material situation. What I'm seeing specifically for you, Taurus, is that there's something you've been curious about, maybe a skill you've wanted to learn, a course you've thought about taking, a business idea you've been mulling over, and the Page of Pentacles is saying this is the time to actually do it. Don't just think about it anymore. Don't just research it endlessly. Actually take the first step. Sign up for the class, buy the materials, start the project, whatever it is, just begin. The Page of Pentacles is also about being willing to be a beginner, which can be humbling but is also incredibly liberating. You don't have to be perfect right away. You don't have to know everything before you start. You just have to be willing to learn and to make mistakes and to improve over time. This card is telling me that you have natural talent in the area you're being drawn to, but talent alone isn't enough. You need to develop it through practice, through study, through actually doing the work, and that's exactly what you're preparing to do. I'm also getting a message about financial planning and being smart with resources. The Page of Pentacles is practical and careful, not reckless or impulsive with money. As your situation improves, as more money starts flowing in, this card is reminding you to be wise about how you use it. Save some, invest some, spend some on things that truly matter to you. But don't blow it all on temporary pleasures or things that won't serve you in the long run. You're building something here, remember. And that requires planning and foresight. The Page of Pentacles can also represent news about money or work. usually positive news like a job offer, a raise, a contract being signed, or money coming through that you've been waiting for. Keep your eyes open for opportunities and be ready to act on them when they appear. This isn't the time to be passive or to wait for things to come to you. The Page of Pentacles is proactive. He goes after what he wants, and you need to channel that same energy. There's also a message here about manifesting your goals in the physical realm. You've done the visualization, you've done the emotional work, you've set your intentions, and now it's time to take tangible action in the physical world. The Page of Pentacles bridges the gap between dreaming and doing, between hoping and achieving. He shows up every day and does the work, even when it's not exciting, even when he doesn't see immediate results, because he understands that consistent effort over time creates real, lasting success. The ninth card is the Eight of Wands, and oh my goodness, Taurus, this card is telling me that everything is about to accelerate in the most incredible way. The Eight of Wands is about swift movement, about things happening quickly, about all the pieces suddenly falling into place after a period of waiting or slow progress. When this card shows up, it usually means that whatever you've been working toward or hoping for is about to manifest, and it's going to happen faster than you expected. What I'm seeing is that there's been a period where you felt stuck, where you felt like nothing was moving, where you kept putting in effort but not seeing results. That's over now. The Eight of Wands is like the dam breaking, like everything that's been held back suddenly flowing freely. You're going to see movement in multiple areas of your life all at once. And it might actually feel a bit overwhelming because you'll have to adjust to the speed of these changes. I'm getting a specific message about communication and news. You're going to receive messages, calls, emails, information that changes things for you in a significant way. This could be a job offer, a love confession, a business opportunity, an invitation. Whatever it is, it's going to come through unexpectedly and require a quick decision or response. Trust your instincts when this happens. Don't overthink it. The Eight of Wands moves fast and requires you to keep up with its pace. The Eight of Wands also talks about travel or movement, either literal travel to a different place or metaphorical movement in terms of your life path and direction. If you've been thinking about relocating, about taking a trip, about changing your environment in some way, this card is giving you the green light. Movement creates energy, energy creates change, and change creates opportunity. Don't be afraid to shake things up, to go somewhere new, to put yourself in different situations where new possibilities can find you. I'm also seeing that the Eight of Wands represents a clearing of obstacles. Things that have been blocking your progress, whether external circumstances or internal limitations, are being removed. It's like the universe is clearing the path ahead of you so you can move forward without hindrance. This is your time, Taurus. This is when you get to actually go after what you want without all the resistance and difficulty you've been dealing with. The energy of the Eight of Wands is exciting and positive, but it does require you to be ready to act, to make decisions, to move when the opportunity presents itself. This isn't a time for hesitation or for waiting until you feel completely ready. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll miss the moment entirely. The Eight of Wands is asking you to be bold, to be quick, to seize the opportunities as they come, even if you feel a bit underprepared or uncertain. And finally, the 10th and final card in this incredible spread is the Empress and Taurus. I could not have asked for a better card to complete this reading. The Empress is your ruling card in many ways, being connected to Venus just like you are, and she represents abundance, creativity, nurturing, fertility, growth, and the fullness of life. When the Empress shows up, especially in a final position like this, she's telling you that everything is coming to fruition, that you're entering a period of incredible growth and manifestation. What strikes me most about the Empress in your reading is the sense of natural unfolding, of things developing in their own perfect timing without force or strain. The Empress doesn't push or struggle, she simply creates the right conditions and allows nature to take its course. You've done the work, you've planted the seeds, you've tended the garden, and now it's time to harvest. The Empress is telling you that what you receive is going to be abundant, more than enough, overflowing. The Empress is strongly connected to physical comfort and material abundance. Your home is going to become more beautiful, more comfortable, more of a sanctuary. Your financial situation is going to improve not just adequately, but abundantly. You're going to have resources to create beauty in your life, to surround yourself with things that please you, to live with a level of comfort and ease that might feel almost luxurious compared to what you've known. I'm also getting a very strong message about creativity and self-expression. The Empress is the ultimate creative force, and she's awakening that power within you. Whether you express this through art, through the way you dress, through how you decorate your space, through cooking, through any form of creative output, you're going to find yourself feeling more inspired and more able to bring your inner vision into physical reality than you have in a long time. Don't hold back. Let yourself create. Let yourself express. Let yourself make beautiful things just because they bring you joy. The Empress also relates to nurturing and being nurtured. You're going to feel more cared for, more supported, more loved. If you're looking for a relationship, the Empress suggests someone who will nurture you, who will care for you, who will make you feel safe and cherished. If you're already in a relationship, this energy of mutual care and nurturing is going to deepen and strengthen. And importantly, you're also going to be better at nurturing yourself, at treating yourself with the kindness and care that you deserve. There's also a fertility aspect to the Empress that I should mention. If you're trying to conceive or if you want children, this is an extremely positive indicator. But fertility can also mean the birth of creative projects, business ventures, new phases of life. Something is being born through you, something that's going to grow and develop and eventually take on a life of its own. This is about bringing something new into the world, whether that's a baby, a book, a business, a relationship, or a completely new version of yourself. The Empress is telling you that you're worthy of all the good things that are coming your way, that you deserve abundance and beauty and love and success, that there's nothing wrong with wanting these things and having these things. Sometimes we get messages from the world or from our past that tell us we should be humble, that we shouldn't want too much, that we should be satisfied with less. The Empress says no, absolutely not. You deserve the fullness of life. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to flourish. So, Taurus, let me bring this all together for you because I want you to really understand the magnitude of what's happening in your life right now. You have the King of Cups showing emotional mastery and maturity, the Two of Cups bringing partnership and union, the Fool initiating a brand new journey, the Five of Pentacles acknowledging past hardship but showing its ending, the Ten of Pentacles bringing lasting abundance and legacy, the Six of Pentacles creating balanced giving and receiving, the Knight of Cups arriving with emotional offers and romantic possibility, the Page of Pentacles encouraging practical learning and development, the Eight of Wands accelerating everything into rapid manifestation, and the Empress crowning it all with creativity, abundance, and the fullness of life. This is not a small thing, Taurus. This is not just another good period. This is a complete transformation, a total shift in your life, circumstances, and in who you are as a person. Everything is changing in an instant, just like the title of this reading promised, and that double beginning we talked about, that's the Fool and the Empress. That's the beginning of your new journey and the birth of your new life, both happening simultaneously. What's hidden is being revealed. The truth about your strength, your worth, your potential, your destiny, all of it coming into clear view. And the best is absolutely about to happen because you're moving from struggle into abundance, from confusion into clarity, from isolation into connection, from limitation into possibility. You're going to be grateful, not just for what you receive, but for what you've become through the process of getting here. I want you to stay open, Taurus. Stay ready. Stay willing to receive all the good that's coming your way. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't convince yourself you don't deserve it. Don't play small when the universe is inviting you to expand. This is your time. This is your moment. This is when everything shifts and you step into the life you were always meant to live. Are you feeling this energy? Can you sense the shift that's already beginning? I'd love to hear what resonates with you about this reading because I know it's a lot to take in, but I also know in my heart that this message is exactly what you needed to hear right now. Trust what's coming. Trust yourself, and get ready for the most incredible chapter of your life to unfold.